Caroline.
Hello everyone, welcome back. It is your girl Caroline and I'm back again with another wig video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I transform this kinky curly unit out of the box into this really luscious looking curly wig we have right here on the right. So the hair that I'm working with is from Megalook Hair Company. They sent me their kinky curly hair. I have it at 26 inches and it is 180% density. I really love the packaging of this box. Like, they really did try. They gave me this really cute little bag or little zip pouch that had lashes in it, wig cap, a little satin scarf. They really tried the packaging, y'all. And that's one thing I've really been noticing about these non-typical AliExpress hair companies like Ali Pearl, IC, My Lisa. You know, these other newer companies are trying a lot more with their packaging, and I really appreciate that. They're not only are they trying more with their packaging, they're also trying more with the quality of the hair. For example, this wig itself, I was actually quite surprised to see that it had an elastic band already sewn into the actual wig. And yes, some companies do already provide pre-sewn in elastic bands, but this one was different because it didn't get in the way of me cutting the sides of my wig, because you know usually gotta cut the sides, and normally when they have the pre-added elastic band, it's really hard to cut the sides because they put it in the most inappropriate place ever. This company actually thought about the consumer and they put it where it actually made sense. So yeah, so far Megalook company, I feel like y'all should check them out. They seem to be doing a little bit more for their customers than the other basic AliExpress companies. So right out of the box, I can already tell this is going to be some very big, thick hair. This is 108% density and it is 26 inches. So I knew it was going to be some big hair energy going on. The wig does come with a pre-installed middle part, but I wouldn't say that the hair is pre-plucked, and you can see it is definitely not pre-bleached. There's black dots all over the place. And I would say it does have a little bit of a dense hairline, but nothing too crazy. So off camera, I went ahead and bleached the knots and plucked the hair. I do have videos showing where I do both of those things. So I felt like it was okay to just kind of not include them, but just know I did bleach the knots and pluck the wig before installing. To get the lace to match my skin tone perfectly, I'm using this liquid foundation from Maybelline in the shade 340. And I also will be using this Got To Be Freeze Blast, you know, the usual, to lay down the lace on my skin. Finally, you will need a little stippling brush. Nothing too big. I like to use the smallest brush possible, a small but dense brush, because you don't want to start spreading the foundation all over the place and getting it into the actual hair. Once I have covered my lace with foundation, I'm just going to go ahead and use my blow dryer on a warm setting to just go and dry up all of that foundation, because you don't want to install your wig while your foundation is still wet. That's just going to make a very messy install. So as you can see, it's what the wig is looking like after I've plucked and bleached it. The hairline's making a little bit more sense. I'm just going around to make sure I'm getting a really good fit. And I'm using my scissors to cut the hair into sections. Like I always say, it's easier to work with wigs in sections. I'm going in with a rat tail comb to just cut the ear tabs or the section around my ear. It's really simple. What I do is I just draw kind of like a upside down U, I would say, around my ear area, and I just section that off and go in with my scissors and cut that piece off. So yeah, it's very simple. You just want to basically just part around your ear, section it off, take your time, go with your scissors, you know, and just go in and cut that off. Easy peasy. Once I've cut my hair into sections, I've cut off the ear tabs, I go in with the Freeze Blast spray and just try to spray onto the hairline. As you can see, my nozzle is just a mess and it's spraying all over the place, but it's okay. I just try my best to focus as close to the hairline as I can. I go in with my blow dryer and just try to push that lace and glue combo into my skin, right? I also like to use the tail of my comb and really just like I'm pressing the lace into the glue because I want it to stick. So it's really important during this step that you're focusing your energy into getting that lace to stick to the glue and your scalp. I go over and do the same thing on the other side. Don't worry too much if the side specifically is not sticking that well, because for me, I need to like do my sides over even after I cut the lace. I still go back in again and respray the sides and blow dry that area. So don't worry too much about the sides, but really make sure that the main section, like the middle, is glued down properly before you cut your lace. Once I've gotten my lace nice and glued, to really ensure that my lace is glued, I'm gonna go in with this elastic band and just tie that around before cutting the lace and let that sit for a minute. Then once I let it sit for like probably like 2 to 3 minutes or a minute, depending how much time I have to really waste, I will go in and start cutting off the lace. And I cut the lace off using a eyebrow razor, straight razor, whatever you guys call it. I just use that. I prefer to use this because I feel like it really helps give you a very nice and natural hairline. When I'm cutting the lace, I try to cut as much lace as possible. There's no purpose of you leaving extra lace. Some people like to like leave a little bit of extra lace. I don't understand that. I basically, if there's no hair on that piece of lace, I cut it off. This rule also applies for after I've installed the hair, like after I've laid my baby hairs and I'm just inspecting my work. If I see there's like a piece of just empty lace laying around on my forehead, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off because that also adds to just making it look as natural as possible. Sometimes while you're cutting off the lace, you will start to get lifting. As you can see right here on the side, it's lifted, or you'll get like this white cast from just lifting the lace up. And that's not a big deal. Just continue, trust the process, keep going, cut off all the lace. And once you've cut off all your lace, you can go back in with your free, goodness, I cannot speak. You can go back in with your Got To Be spray or whatever you're using to glue down and just touch up those areas that are lifting or having a white cast. Touch up those areas, reapply your elastic band, and then go in and start doing your baby hairs. So I really wanted to do a nice side part because I feel like I've been doing a lot of middle parts and I low-key feel like I've lost the touch to really do a side part. So I was gonna force myself to do a side part. And I feel like honestly, side parts, they're quite advanced. If you're doing a frontal install for your first time and you feel like you don't want to mess up, I would suggest going with a middle part first, because middle parts you can low-key F up the sides and no one will know, but a side part, you have to get the sides right and everything else. Everything has to be on fleek. So if you're a beginner, I suggest starting with a middle part first get used to it, and then start doing side parts. I'm just saying. But if you feel like I don't care, I'm gonna do a side part, I want a side part, then go ahead, do that side part. But just know side parts are harder than middle parts. But back to what's going on in the actual video. So here I am just doing my little baby hairs. I'm using the black Got2b to lay them down. I prefer to use this over mousse and all that because I just prefer this look, and I feel like it's what I've always used, and I work with this better. You can use whatever you want to use. If you're trying something right now and it's not working for you, go ahead and try other products, because sometimes it's not even you, it's the product that's not working with you, you know? But anywho, I'm gonna kind of just fast forward through this baby hair section. For those of you who have been watching, or at least made it this deep into the video, or didn't fast forward to the end just to see the end product, you're amazing. I love you. You're appreciated. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys a quick review on this hair. I feel like it's not fair to show you this hair but not even like tell you, is it worth your money? Should you buy it? I would say personally, I want to say, first of all, this wig is very, very high maintenance. It's one of the more high maintenance kinky curly hairs that I've worked with. Like, once I define the curls, which you'll see later in the video, once I define it, the curls are super, super beautiful. But I realized after 2 hours, the hair is really big, and that's even me trying not to touch the hair. Like, yes, the curls get really beautiful, but they don't last that long after a couple of hours. And I would say the density, it is very, very thick. You can get away with 150 and you'll be just fine. So don't spend the extra money if you're gonna get this wig to get the extra density. As far as like tangling and shedding, I would say it does tangle, and yeah, it does shed, but it only sheds when I'm detangling it, but that's still kind of annoying. But yeah, so it does tangle and shed, but since it's curly hair, it won't really affect you that much if it tangles and shed, because you're not out here running your fingers through the hair every 2 seconds or every minute. Well, I hope you're not, because that's just gonna add to the hair getting even bigger. But overall longevity of the hair, I feel this hair can last you a year or even longer if you're doing what it takes to maintain it, right? So I guess, do I recommend this hair overall? Yes, I do recommend this hair overall, but I do not recommend it to beginners, or if you're looking for like an everyday wig or a wig for work. I would not recommend this hair, only for the fact that it is very high maintenance. But just besides that, I feel like this is good quality hair. I like the company, I like the construction of the wig, and I feel like it will actually last you a very long time. But as far as this voiceover, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. The next few clips is just me showing how I get the curls to look really nice and defined. I do have like, I believe 2 to 3 videos where I explain in detail my routine for getting all of my curly wigs to look as great as they look. For this wig specifically, I literally do not put any conditioner or leave-in. I just use water and my defining Denman brush. I like to always show you guys what the hair looks like without product, so you can see what you're getting just naturally. But yeah, so the curls that you're seeing in the last few clips is what the hair looks like without any product, just properly defined and brushed out. Again, I do have videos on those if you want to see my routine for getting all my curly wigs to look really defined and look really, really good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in another one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, you can always ask me questions on Instagram, here in the comment section below, or send me an email, whatever. But yeah, peace out, Girl Scouts, and see you in another one. Enjoy.
Make I put one hand for fire, fire, fire burning. I go put hand for fire. Baby girl, you bad. Girl, the way you whine, I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. If I tell you that I love you, oh, Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, money fall on you, it's falling. Banana fall on you, it's falling. Branda fall on you, it's falling. Because I'm in love with you, yeah. I said I wanna give you what I'm feeling here, yeah. Give you love one of these days. I know the first time I saw you there. Give you love one of these days. I like you, girl, in particular. You in particular, yeah. I like your waist in particular, oh yeah. yeah, particular. Calling for you, calling you by the waistline. Calling my love, calling you by the waistline. You know I've been calling, you don't wanna answer me. You know I've been calling, you don't wanna answer me. You say you want me love to the baseline, oh, you tell me say you don't want waste time, oh, oh, you say you want to take control, yeah, yeah. Hey, you really wanna take control, yeah, yeah. Oh, you really wanna say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Joanna, your busy body's giving me life, oh, and life, eh. How you do me like Joanna, Joanna? How you do me like Joanna, Joanna? Distance between our bodies, make me feel like I want ya. Girl, I feel like I want ya. Why you gon' do it like that? Why you gon' keep that thing from me? Why you gon' do it like that? Why you gon' act like you don't know? Baby, don't do it like that. Girl, come feed me, don't be stingy. Why you gon' do it like that? Why you gon' do it like that? Oh, baby, pour me water, holy water, quench this fire. Yeah. Pour me water, holy water, girl, quench this fire. You are unforgettable. Can't wait to get you alone. Why not? A really good time never hurt nobody. I got a little drink, but it's not but cutty. If you love the girl, then I'm so sorry. Gotta give it to her like we ain't no married. Bend it. Come on, just bend it. Bend it. Break your back like you're doing the workout. Oh, bend it. Now she's doing the yoga. Now she's doing the yoga. Now she's doing the yoga. Shawty's taking me over. Now she's doing the hoopin'. Now she's doing the hoopin'. Now she's doing the hoopin'. Hoopin'. Make I put one hand for fire, fire burning. I go put hand for fire. Baby girl, you bad. Girl, the way you whine, I demand about you, girl. I demand about you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman. I demand about you, girl. I demand about you, girl. If I tell you that I love you, oh, Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, money fall on you, it's falling. Banana fall on you, it's falling. Randa fall on you, it's falling. Because I'm in love with you, yeah. I said I wanna give you what I'm feeling here, yeah. Give you love one of these days. I know the first time I saw you there. Give you love one of these days. I like you, girl, in particular. You in particular, yeah. I like your waist in particular. Oh yeah, particular. Calling